Well, you know who it is and you know what it is. Dr. Martin Williams, you know I'm always here, the Dream Keeper, and I'm talking about stuff that changes your life. I take for granted that you are subscribed. Maybe I shouldn't. So subscribe, like, share. Tell everybody about this that you want their life to change. Follow me on YouTube, and especially if you're in that area of your life where you really want to make something happen. What are we talking about now? Well, you know I'm talking about money. I'm talking about wealth. I'm talking about how to build wealth. And there have been several videos in front of this. If you haven't seen them, go back and watch them because they'll catch you up on what I've been saying, right? And that takes a subscription as well, so you don't miss anything. So this particular few minutes, this is what I want to talk to you about. Why are you leaking money? Why are you leaking money? Why and how is money coming into your hands and it's leaking right outside of your life? Why is your wealth passing you by? Why is there sand going through your bag at the bottom? Why are there holes in your bucket? I could make all types of analogies. I love this quote from Warren Buffett. I happen to live in Omaha, so I listen to Warren Buffett a lot. Warren Buffett said, if you buy things you don't need, soon you will have to sell things you need. He said, if you keep buying things you don't need, eventually you'll have to sell things you need. In other words, he's saying you're spending your money on the wrong stuff. You're using your money in the wrong way. And when we use the money we have in the wrong way, we end up having to give away stuff we really need: our house, our car, food. Now we're trading things we need for things we never needed because we used our money in strange ways. So what if I had 3 do's and don'ts I could show you and teach you today? Would you listen? You're like, Martin, I'm already listening. I got you. So I want to give you 3 things not to do and 3 things to do. 3 things not to do and 3 things to do so your money don't leak from your life. I don't want your money to leak from your life, right? Okay, so number 1, these are do's and don'ts. So the first thing is rich people track and manage their cash flow. Rich people, they track and manage their cash flow. They know how much money they have. They know how much is going out. They're cognitive of it. It's written down and they do. Do you do it? I'm not talking about a house budget. Yes, a budget is great, but tracking the money, tracking the management of your cash flow. Use automated budgeting tools or monthly wealth check-ins so that you know. So now the wealthy know exactly what went out. They also know what came in. They know if they're keeping some, they know if they're losing any. If they're keeping some, they tweak it every month. How can I keep more of what I have coming in instead of money coming in and then it's going out? And now I'm spending my money or I'm not investing my money and I'm not going to have dividends at the end, right? So now rich people, wealthy people track and manage their cash flow. So you answer this for me. What do poor people do? If rich people manage their cash flow, what do poor people do? You're exactly right. They do not manage their cash flow. They don't know how much is coming in. They don't know how much is going out. They don't know who it's going out to. They don't know when they're getting paid. They don't know how they're getting paid. They don't know about their taxes. They don't look at federal taxes, state income taxes. They don't think about the taxes that they pay for at the grocery store, at the supermarket, or the cars they buy. They're not calculating. And that's why money leaves your life. That's why you're leaking. You're leaking money. You're leaking prosperity. You're leaking wealth simply because you're not being held accountable. Who would you give more money to without knowing whether they're accountable? Who would you keep giving money to, but you're not holding them accountable? That's how the universe works. The more accountability you have, the more wealth you can have. The more detailed you are, please listen to me. The more detailed you are at keeping receipts, tax returns, talking to a bookkeeper or a CPA, right? The more exacting you are, the more you can ask for. When you're accountable, and I think this is in all the books, Think and Grow Rich, How to Build Wealth, all the books, this is in there, but they all started from my favorite book, the Bible. A king gave his servants money, gave them money, and watched them manage the money. He watched them grow the money. He watched them be accountable to the money. And at the end, the one who was more accountable with the money got what? More money. Your accountability proves how much the universe can give you. So, rich people are accountable. Rich people manage. Poor people don't. Which one are you? I'm waiting. Which one do you want to be? You want to be the wealthy person or you want to be the poor person? I hope you're answering. I want to be the wealthy person. The number one, manage. Get a system, a budgetary system, an accounting system or something, or just check-ins once a month. Do that and your life will change. Okay, so you got the do and you got the don't. Next, number two, do this because it's very important, right? Do this. Rich people prioritize assets over liabilities. Rich people, wealthy people, they prioritize assets over liabilities. If I want to buy a new car, I do it all the time. If I want to buy a new car, I decide which car I want. I decide how much that car costs, and I set up a new business or a new way to make money. Once I get that business or that income in the right place, I go buy the car. Why? I'm going to give this to you free of charge. Subscribe so you can keep up with my mindset. If I want something, I create something to buy that something. If I want a new car, if I want a basketball, if I want a new pair of shoes, I force myself to prioritize an asset that can pay for it. I need to get paid before I buy something. Otherwise, my money is leaking out of my hands. It's going right through my bank account when I get paid to everybody I owe. But if I create a business that manages that, a business that pays for that, now I'm saying my assets are more important than my liabilities. And a car is a liability. It depreciates. Unless you have a car that's over 25 years old, it becomes legacy, right? Becomes a classic. But I'm saying most of the time in my life, I prioritize assets over liabilities. If you want to keep your dream, you got to do it. What does this mean? Invest first, spend later. What did I say? Invest first, spend later. That's what the rich do. If you're not investing first, money is being leaked out of your life like a sieve. And you don't even know it. You don't even think about it. But when you invest first and spend later, now you have an asset that's supporting the things that you really want. So assets make money. Assets make you money. Assets make you money. Liabilities drain your money. Say it with me in the back row. Assets make me money. Liabilities drain my money. So I must think investment first. I have to think investment first, right? So in anything I do, whether it's on YouTube, social media, masterminds, and everything else, this is the one thing I say to everyone. And that's why you're going to hear it. Now that you have subscribed, I take for granted you have subscribed. Now that you have subscribed, that's what you're going to hear me say. Invest in yourself and invest in other things first before you spend. Before you spend time with people, invest in the right people. You get what I'm saying? You can't just spend time with the wrong people all day. You have to invest in the right people that stabilize your life in every way. Your time, your money, the food you eat, the things you buy, the house you live in, the cars you drive, the clothes you wear, all of those things need to be backed by an investment. The investment changes everything. Am I making sense? So now, when assets are making you money, liabilities are draining you. Guess what poor people do? I heard you right. Poor people do it the opposite. So don't do this. Don't buy, consume someone else's investment, and you never invest in yourself. Your priority has to be investing in yourself, because not investing in yourself, not making an investment into your future, that's not very smart, and you'll never build wealth that way. Some people say, well, I make $1 million a year. We don't care how much you make. We don't care how much you make. Because if you make $1 million a year and you got $5 million of debt, you're not wealthy. You have a bunch of liabilities that aren't paying you. They're not paying you. That does not work. And right now, I'm challenging you. Stop it. Stop it. In my head, I wanted to say something else, but I won't. Stop it. It's foolishness. It will not work for you. You've got to be challenged in this way, because you've got to decide to be wealthy. Wealth is a decision. Clearly put, wealth is a decision. I'm challenging you to make that decision today. So we've had 2 do's and 2 don'ts, right? Let me give you the third one. The third thing to do that wealthy people do, they control their emotions around money. Woohoo! Are you serious? I am. If you don't control your emotions around money, the emotions of money will control you. The emotions of I don't have, or the emotions is I want to boost my emotions by buying something I don't need. Money will leak out of your life every day, all day. And that's what commercials are. Commercials talk you into spending money and not investing money. So now you're spending money on something that will make you feel good for a while, but it does nothing to consistently have your life be good. And you've got to be intentional about this. This can't be an accident. It has to be done every day on purpose. So let me read to you what controlling your emotions around money really means. Ready? Never make financial decisions based on impulse or pure pressure. Yes, I said it. You're not going to make financial decisions based on impulse. Oh, I'm impulsive. When I saw that, I felt good and I just did it. Or I'm being pressured into it by sales or by salespeople. It's not something you want. It won't make you wealthy at all. So you've got to control your emotions when it comes to money. Your emotions, okay, don't put your emotions in control of your future concerning money. Put prudence, good advice, goals, desires. Make that your decision-making properties, not impulse, not because somebody else is pressuring me to do it. Don't do that. Invest your time and your money because you see a future in mind. Okay? Here's what a famous person said. He said, some people plan for Friday night. They're planning to go on a date Friday night. And other people are planning for 300 years. Did you hear me? Some people on Monday are planning for what they're going to do Friday night. I'm done with work. I get to go party. I get to go take a trip. I get to go to a ball game. I get to go do something, right? And other people on Monday are planning for the next 100 years, 200 years, 300 years. What do you think the difference in their life is? There's a major difference in the lives that both those people live. One is not thinking emotionally. One is thinking about the future. I'm encouraging you to think about the future. Period, point blank. Now, that's the do. What's the don't? The don't is don't be impulsive. Don't make rash decisions. Don't let your mouth Don't let your mouth say something that your hand has to cash. Don't do that. Think, strategize, pray, have a plan. I'm going to spend this much and I'm not going to spend the other because that is an investment for me. You must not be pressured. You must not be emotional about money. Am I making sense? I think I am. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to do what I'm calling a cash flow leak assessment. I'm sorry. My cash flow. I want to do a leak assessment on my cash flow. Do this, it'll change your life. Do you want to be wealthy? I hope you're all saying yes. Do these 3 things. Here's the question. Where is my money going? Do I know? Can I tell? Do I have a ledger? Do I have a budget? Do I have receipts? Am I writing it down? Do I have a bookkeeper? In other words, how do I find out where my money is going? Where's it going? What am I spending it on? You might be surprised where most of your money is going. Is it going to eating out? Is it going into frivolous clothes? Is it going into stuff that's not even really good for you to be doing? Find out. Do an assessment. Am I clear? Okay. Next, what I want you to do is answer this question. What are 3 unnecessary expenses that I can cut out today? What are 3 expenses I'm doing every month, every week, every day? I'm buying 3 cups of coffee every day, and that's costing me $25 a day for coffee. And now, okay, I'm not trying to get into the world of snobs, coffee snobs, and try to lead or be aggressive about your life. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying find something in your life that you're spending money on every day and it's unnecessary. You don't need to do it. Find those things and change them immediately. If you like coffee, buy yourself a Keurig, do some coffee at home, and only 1 cup of coffee is going to come from your favorite coffee shop a day. I don't know, something. Change it. Watch your money. Now that you find out you found the leak, plug the hole. Now that you found out the sand is leaking from your bag, stitch the bag. Now that you found out that water is coming from underneath this bucket, mend the bucket. Don't know it's leaking and not do anything. That's the challenge. Third challenge. Here's the question. How much do you invest versus how much do you spend? Find out. If you're spending more than you're investing, you're going to change that immediately. Immediately. Even if you have to open your own Schwab account or some account online, and there are hundreds of them, you're going to put money in that account every week, some consistent amount. Even if that consistent amount is $5, you're going to get into the habit of doing it. It's a habit that you're investing more than you're spending. So now you've done your cash flow leak assessment. You know where your money's going. You see unnecessary expenses, and now you're rerouting those unnecessary expenses to money that you're investing. You're not spending it. That's the cash flow leak assessment. Use that assessment on your life. Do it all the time. Here's the last thing. If you really want to be kaboom, set up some automatic wealth system. Automatically save, auto invest, auto track your money. Game changer. So now you are now in a place where you can stop the leak. Say it with me. I must stop the leak. You stop the leak. You start investing. Your life changes in just a day, a week, a month, a year. Things begin to shape up where it's different. Now, there's so much I have more to say. So this is why you have to subscribe. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. The videos that were mentioned here, they're all connected to this one. So you can go binge. You can learn everything you need to learn about money, right? So my dream keeper friend, I'll see you next time. So yeah, I mean, I know how impacting this type of information is. If it's important to you, the impact that it's having on your life, only thing you need to do is like, share, make comments, communicate with me on this particular channel. Subscribe to it. You don't want to miss anything I have to say about this subject, because you're looking at a guy who's the evidence of how you can live your life.